Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a weird episode. There's not a ton of new topics outside of this one, and I know my dad and I are pretty upset. I'm pretty pissed off. I mean, just kind of a little disheartened by the Bitcoin community, to be totally candid. Um, you guys gotta stop speculating on who Satoshi is. You gotta stop that shit. It's so fiat of you. It's childish. It's fuck. It's it is. I mean, it's so fiat. You sound like a bunch of frat brothers trying to social climb up the curve. Um, you gotta cut that shit out. It's so childish. It's also extremely fucking dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. I know my parents have had the pleasure of getting to meet Fran Finney, Hal's wife, and it is terrifying the amount of shit that she's had to go through even before this. It is so dangerous to put someone in that position to be the creator of Bitcoin and potentially the world's first trillionaire. And then on top of that, just the disrespect to the guy or girl or they group, whatever, that clearly only wanted one thing. They only wanted to be anonymous. Clearly. When did Satoshi Nakamoto ever ask for anything else from us? Right? Bitcoin was a gift to enrich humanity, and shitcoins are to enrich a small group of people, right? That's the whole thing. If this was a shitcoin and it was you guys want to go smear and attack Vitalik, yeah, I'm never really for destruction of another human. But if someone's launching something to enrich themselves and you think they're being malicious or deceiving, that's a totally different ballgame. This person gifted humanity with something, and everyone listening to this podcast probably gained an immense benefit from it. And the one fucking thing that they wanted is to just be left alone and just be left anonymous. And none of us have bulletproof evidence. And so all you're doing is disrespecting this person that gifted us something so incredible. You're endangering other people and you're acting like fucking fiat. It's disgusting. So it just kind of pisses me off. I'm glad there was a lot of people in the community that were outraged and it's just kind of disheartening. I was like, man, we got a halving coming up. Price action's fun. First halving with an ETF. I mean,
I
my
was gonna
company's
say, I
doing
can't.
great. Yeah, dangerous, disrespectful to the person that gifted us this thing, all of us. It was the most fair monetary issuance ever. It was not to enrich themselves. They just wanted to be left alone. But yeah, I don't know. I assume that there's new people to the space. And so maybe with a more optimistic tone, this is, an opportunity for people to learn too, because this has happened. Obviously, not these emails haven't leaked, but I mean, Dad, we've seen a cajillion Satoshis pop up over the years
Right.
and people that try and take directive control over this thing. And it's really the worst. I will say there's a story that, Dylan and I can relate to. Um, I share this just to try and give perspective. When we were flying home from Miami after the El Salvador announcement.
So at Strike, we think that the Bitcoin network and Bitcoin asset, it's the most powerful monetary network of all time and the most impressive asset in human history. And so we as a company have a mission to secure financial freedom for all. And we do that by making this monetary network easily accessible and usable to everyone on the planet. And so that's our mission. And whether you're an NFL player, whether you're a rap artist, whether you're a barista, whether you sell pupusas, whether you're the president of a country, I am here. I will die on this hill, and I'm very supportive of what Bitcoin stands for and moving it forward.
Was the first time in my career that I had ever started to get serious threats. Or, people sending me messages like, I wouldn't walk around Chicago alone if I were you, and shit like that. And I checked in. I was just scared out of my fucking mind. I'd never experienced anything like that. And I checked in to a hotel under a different name and just trying to get my bearings and understand what the fuck's going on with all of this stuff. I couldn't imagine if people on Twitter were like, oh, I think he's in that hotel, or oh, I think his UTXOs are over here, right? Can you imagine if someone was like, oh, that anonymous guy on Twitter, oh no, he's got this amount of Bitcoin and it's all stored over here. He puts his private key under that mattress. Fuck off. What are you guys doing? I mean, it's just so anti to the whole protocol, the whole project, the whole thesis. So, I really just hopefully self-reflection moment. It's just so dangerous too. I think we've all been in a place where within Bitcoin that we want some anonymity, some privacy, and some support from the community. And so it's just heartbreaking. I don't know, because I know, I have relationships with some folks that get impacted by this stuff through whether it's the Craig Wright case, like everyone knows how close I am with Peter McCormick. The whole thing. It's just, you want support from the community that's on the same team.